law contains an even greater evil. It encourages the most outrageously discriminatory type of law enforcement. If the lawyers, doctors, advertising men, teachers, and political office holders who use marijuana are arrested today, the law might well be off the books before Thanksgiving. But the police, in making arrests, prefer to concentrate on individuals who have been manufactured by the mass media into a group that typifies the now popular image of the drug-oriented hippie. But the hippie, as created by the media, is a lie as well. Afraid of people who are exploring new ways of living freely, the largest society has classified and categorized them into a myth of the hippie, the long-haired dropout who performs his exotic rites for the convenience of visiting cameramen. The law creates a mythical danger and calls it a felony. The people who enforce the law use it almost exclusively against the individuals who threaten their ideas of the way people should look and act. The result is a series of lies and myths. I don't think they picked on us. They busted 3 other houses that night. I think they're just 4 other houses. I think they're just harassing Longhair.
Was there any relationship to the fact that you performed at the Straight Theater?
No, I don't think there was any relationship at all.
What's your reaction to the Herb Cain comments this morning?
They're all true.
Can you elaborate on it?
Tell us all what the Herb...
Can you elaborate on the truth?
What was the Herb Cain comment?
I can't elaborate on the truth.
The statement was that Pigpen does not turn on, and that is a true statement. The other statement he made was that 3 members of the band have been studying under the Maharishi, and that again is a true statement. And the Maharishi forbids the use of drugs.
Because you are who you are, did you receive any particular type, good or bad, attention in jail?
No, we were treated. Customary manner. Marijuana can the mass media looked at a city full of individuals and it convenient to arrest as marijuana smokers only those persons who fit this artificial category. This way, the American people are protected by the police and the media from the fact that the law is a lie. Is that so frightening? Behind all the myths is the reality. The Grateful Dead are people engaged in constructive, creative effort in the musical field, and this house is where we work and live. Because the police fear and misinterpret us, our efforts is now being interrupted as we deal with the consequences of a harassing arrest.
Hear, hear. Hear, hear. The last harass.
We're going to go to court first, I imagine.
We're going to hate it.
And we're going to continue making music and playing for people and making records.
I see several of your instrument cases in this room have...
I wouldn't know. I still see thousands of hippies on the streets. We go to L.A. to play. I think there's what you call hippies or young long hairs all over the country.
Danny, I have 2
some
questions.
time ago to move to New Mexico, and the group planning to go?
Yeah, we're still planning to do that
You know when?
when we find a
What
place.
has been the effect of your business on this arrest? Have you had any?
No effect at all.
No one has called in or canceled or?
No, apparently it doesn't upset anybody.
But we've had a lot of encouraging remarks from people and a lot of support, you know.
Danny, why do you think the police picked on you instead of other people that they knew possessed marijuana?
Is this all a big publicity thing? Did you phone the police and tell them to come here and arrest you so you can sell more records?
Sure, it cost us $50,000 to get busted.
How's that?
Well, you know, you got to pay the
I'm
cops
putting you
overtime,
on.
man. You got to...
No, is this all a big put on?
Absolutely not.
Danny, you used the verb invaded in your opening sentence. The San Francisco Police Department and narcotics officers invaded this house.
Well, they walked in without. Well, that'll all come out in court. You know, when we all testify and when the police testify.
Those are really, really
And you say
minute
you lost
details.
$50,000.
No, I was teasing you. It's not a promotion stunt. It's an arrest.
3 members of the band, or no, 2 members of the band, who are staying in this house.
Who are the three others who are studying?
There are only 2 others.
Who are they?
They can identify themselves.
Me and Bob.
So that all members of the Grateful Dead and all members of the group that was arrested do not use marijuana?
Well, that'll be determined in court.
Danny, what is your defense going to be in court?
Michael Stepanian and Brian Rohan.
What are they going to say in your behalf?
I guess we'll find that out in
They're gonna
court.
say, now these boys are good boys.
From here that the, claiming that the use of marijuana is an unjust law, how will you people fight it, or do you plan to take action against the present law?
Well, I don't think we plan to take any personal action, but we hope that our case and a lot of other cases that are coming up all over the country will make some impression on the legislative and judicial branches of our government.
Danny, do you have any intention to deny the police charge that a sizable catch of marijuana was found on the premises?
I pleaded not guilty.
Danny, can
They
we...
planted? How did it get here?
Well, I think the courts will determine that.
Was there marijuana here, Danny?
You can ask the police department about that.
You said you hope your arrest will make some impression. What do you mean? What are you trying to say here? You're not telling me.
Well, I think we said it all in the
We're
statement.
trying to say that we are involved in what we feel to be a creative process. And we only wish to be, or remain, free people. And we feel that the police invasion of this house was a harassment. And it curtails our work, and it makes it very difficult for us to continue that work.
Let me, are you guys uptight because the Chronicle story said you had a way out path?
No. We just don't think it's that way out.
If marijuana is widely used, as your statement implies it is, do you think there's a chance of any organized movement to get restrictions against its use taken out of the books?
Well, I think Time magazine covered that last week. They stated some lawyers who are trying to change the laws. I don't know of any
Would you
organization.
participate in such a movement?
I don't participate in movements.
Are you glad for the opportunity to have a test case on marijuana?
No, we're not looking for a test case at all.
Danny, do you know who tipped off the police?
I don't know that the police were tipped off.
Why do they choose this house?
How is your band rated rank these days?
5 star. I think it's going to be a beautiful place. I think there's people going to be getting down to work and making it a good new community.
Why do you feel it's so essential that you have to declare a need for being free that the other Americans always have?
Well, because I spent 6 hours in jail Tuesday afternoon.
Do you think
And I didn't like it.
elsewhere you would have been arrested?
Excuse me?
Elsewhere in town you would have been arrested?
No, I don't think so.
Why?
I think because the
2
police...
other members of the band live elsewhere in town, and we weren't arrested.
I have an answer. I think I have an answer to that. This house is a center of quite a lot of activity in the Haight-Ashbury in terms of the community planning and events and all that sort of thing. And people who are into the community are here a lot. And because of that, a lot of attention is focused here. And it would be only too obvious. Anybody could stand on the street and watch dozens of people coming in and out of the house all the time. The Halo office is here.
The Kiva is here, the Exchange.
The Exchange. All these different organizations are like back and forth.
You feel that's why they chose this house?
Well, I don't know, but I do say that there is activity here that they would spot, I would imagine, if that were their criterion.
In other words, it's a focal point of the Haight-Ashbury community.
Danny, I don't know, how long did it take you to grow your hair that long?
You know, we must have
Publicity conscious section of town that there would be any problem at all.
Where was the publicity before the hippies came here? Haight-Ashbury was totally unknown. You're saying that the hippies came before the publicity, did they?
Certainly not this summer.
None of the publicity.
Of course, on the other hand,
merely added to it, and the publicity is, it's somebody else's thing, the music is our thing. The publicity, I don't know who likes it.
Yes, I'm
Well, that
bum trip.
dealt a lot with the fact that the law was allegedly unjust. I'm saying, what is your feeling of the arrest? What will it do to you? As a group?
Inconvenience us. Basically.
People or your group?
No, all of us. It's brought us all down.
The community in general.
In a practical sense, the arrest, I think what you're getting at, the arrest will have great limiting underpinnings concerning the Grateful Dead, since they are a nationwide, at least, and worldwide organization. You're going to have to be traveling from country to country, and if you have a felony for marijuana, 11530, the possession of marijuana, which we're charged with at this time, you have to have it stamped on your passport. I mean, this has kind of...
May have planted it, and therefore the cops came, et cetera.
Put it this way. The first situation that has to be...
I don't think so.
Can we talk to the lawyer and just ask, do you intend to ask them to possibly to drop the charges on the same grounds that they dropped them on Nureyev and Fontaine?
Well, there's been a lot of talk concerning this problem involving those parties, but the way I feel, the only relationship that you can have with the district attorney's office or police law enforcement is to take each individual case as it comes up. And they've already dropped 3 charges, and I'm sure by the time that the case